Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to a new video here on Team VRY. Now a while back we did a quick look back at the Nintendo 2DS in 2024, and it's definitely one of the best Nintendo handhelds you can get in this day and age, especially if you're after easy access to Nintendo's wide library of Nintendo 3DS and DS titles. With that said, if you're not really content with the small form factor, then of course you can go for the Nintendo 3DS XL, which we'll take a look at today. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, so one of the first things to note about the Nintendo 3DS and probably the new 3DS XL as well is that it's discontinued now, so Nintendo's no longer selling any official hardware, and for that matter any accessories. And of course, with the eShop being down, the only way to get 3DS games now is through secondhand stores and sellers. But with that aside, it still has one of the richest video game libraries that you can access even in 2024. So if you're looking for action adventure titles, role-playing games, racing games, or maybe you just want to go for the first-party Nintendo titles, then the 3DS XL is no doubt one of the best ways to experience these games. I'd like to think that the 3DS XL is the definitive version of the original 3DS. It did feature an improved design and display, so meaning you got larger screens, and while the resolution wasn't the best, it wasn't really a problem, as nearly all the games on the XL look pretty much decent. There's no drastic drop in visual quality, and as far as design goes, I think the matte finish on the XL version was a huge step up from the glossy plastic on the regular 3DS. It was pretty much less prone to flaking, scratching, and overall I think that the design on the 3DS XL as well as the paint job was better suited for everyday use. The same can be said for ergonomics. With it being a larger handheld, it was a bit more comfortable to handle, especially if you have large hands like me. I mean, the 2DS was a different level of comfort, but between the regular 3DS and the larger XL model, the XL was undoubtedly the more comfortable device to use, especially during extended gaming sessions. And if you wanted to use the 3D function, then of course it was on there. You just had to flick the switch, and voila, you're playing in 3D, which was arguably the main selling point of the system before, of course, Nintendo decided to release the 2DS and instead focus on the quality of games rather than solely the 3D effect. With that being said though, the larger size also meant that you had more battery, so you could play for a bit longer on the XL as opposed to the regular model, or even the 2DS for that matter. So yeah, larger display, larger battery, and in my opinion an attractive looking design all make for one really solid Nintendo handheld. With that said though, it still featured the folding design of course, which did make it a bit fragile compared to the 2DS, which was in my opinion a more sturdy device due to the lack of hinges and moving parts. But in general, if you're pretty careful with your Nintendo systems, then you won't have that much trouble handling the 3DS XL from a durability standpoint. Now, we said earlier that Nintendo has discontinued the 3DS XL, so the only way that you can get one right now is from secondhand sellers online. Now, with that in mind, prices will of course vary depending on the condition of the unit. Brand new unboxed 3DS XL models will sell for higher prices. I've seen them going for around $450 to $500. But if you really want to save cash, then you can also find them for below $100. But of course, the condition will not be perfect, so I'd recommend practicing due diligence when shopping online for secondhand 3DS XLs. Overall though, if you feel that you missed out on the heyday of the Nintendo 3DS, or if you want to access some of Nintendo's best handheld games, the 3DS XL, even in 2024, still holds its value. Alright guys, so that's all the time that we have for this quick video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you still have a 3DS XL, or are you planning on getting a secondhand unit somewhere? Don't forget to check out our other videos here on Team VRY. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.